Well, hello and welcome back, everybody, to the 2031 NBA Finals. Year 7 with the Mexico City Aztecs coming off a title-winning season in Year 6. But now we find ourselves with our backs against the wall for the first time in a very long time. We trail 3-1 here against the Brooklyn Nets. And if they win any of the rest of the games in this series, they will have become the most unlikely of champions. The unanimous worst NBA champion of all time is the Washington Bullets from 1977-1978. They had a 44-38 record in the regular season, and they went on to win the title. The Nets have an even worse record at 41-41. Not above or below 500, just squarely at 500. And they have reached the finals, and they have shocked every opponent they have come across so far. And so far, I think this might be their best performing series of this run. If they win this game, it will have been their easiest series win of their playoff run to this point. It's taken at least 6 games to get the job done, and they could today win this series in 5. But I do have a couple more adjustments to our lineup to hopefully turn things around and give us our best chance to mount an insurmountable comeback. So we have changed our starting lineup once again to a different look. And that's going to be John Cobb moving back to shooting guard. He'll still get the same minutes like he was in the last 2 games, over 40 a game. But we're going to see Jarris Walker come in to play small forward for quite a bit of the rest of this series, because he's 6'7", he weighs about the same as John Cobb does, and I think that Cobb gets a better matchup on Cam Thomas, who is way less of a good defender than Deni Avdija is. Jarris Walker is a good defender, can come in, hopefully lock down Deni Avdija, and we're still going to rock that double big lineup, and they'll be out there a lot together in this game, and this is all about rebounding and defense, because defense was a big problem last episode. Rebounding was better last game, but it wasn't what I think it could be. And Jarris Walker is a really good rebounder, and if he's out there alongside Kyle Moore and Mark Williams, I think we have our best chance to kind of thwart those offensive rebounds from guys like Harrison Sally and Zach Webb and Nick Claxton. That means that Dylan Young will once again come off our bench. We'll have Cam Christie come off our bench once again. And despite the talk about Jarris Walker, we have watched every game in full in this series, and so far he has been, I want to say, our best 3-point shooter, despite going like 1 for 7 or whatever it was last game or the game before. But our stars are the ones who have not shot the ball well from downtown. Cabo's only shot 41% from the field so far in the series, and only 24% from downtown. Way lower than he was in any previous series. Colin Moore has shot 14% from downtown, and it's not really a good way for me to get rid of those looks for him. I'm not going to adjust tendencies just because if you look at the Celtics, they played the exact same way as they have all year, and going back to last year, most players don't end up really changing who they are a whole lot based on their tendencies alone. Now, do some players get smarter? Yes. And tendencies do develop and change throughout their careers, especially during the progression phase here in this game. And we just got to stick with it. I'm not going to change ours, because if I change ours, I would have to change other teams, because it's just not going to be fair. That being said, we just got to see better shot making from our core trio. None of them have shot more than 33% from downtown, but Jarris Walker, Christie, Young have all shot 40% or better. Jarris Walker has been one of our more efficient players on the entire team. In fact, he's been the second most efficient shooter on our team behind Mark Williams, who only takes shots in the post. So Walker has been good. He just hasn't been, great every single game. But Cobb needs to play better. I think having Cam Thomas gives him a better matchup because he's bigger, he's stronger, he's better than Cam Thomas. And I think he's quicker as well. Kyle Moore, be playing power forward a lot, can hopefully lock down Zach Webb again, but Sally had a good performance against Mark Williams last game, and Williams has to play better for us to win that matchup. But I'm just hoping that we can see somebody on this team carry us to a win and keep us from letting the Nets beat us in 5. Simply put, it's been our toughest series since year 5, and we have to try something new to turn this thing around. So let's go and see if we can do it. We are going back home. We have yet to win a home game this series. Here's our next chance to do so and keep our hopes alive. And I'm also hoping that this 4.5-star overall system proficiency actually matches up with what we see on the floor. This is the highest we've ever seen this system be. It's usually around 4 stars. Right now, with the starting 5, it's 4.5. And despite us being the spread consensus pick in this series, it hasn't really been the case. So I guess we'll see what happens. We are still the favorites, but a couple of our grades have gone down since the start of this series, especially on the outside defense. So here we go. Game 5 on the horizon. All 7 of our rotation players have a big role to play in this game and all the games going forward. This could be the last that we see of this currently constructed roster, because there are some big changes coming up with all the money that we're spending on current players and that we're going to have to spend on guys like Kylan Moore and potentially Dylan Young. So here we go. Could be our last chance. Let's go and fight for it. And Game 5 tip-off is officially underway as Harrison Sally once again wins the opening tip-off. This home crowd needs to be loud the entire game. Get this building rocking. Got to play some defense all game too. Dillingham with the miss to start things out. He dropped 52 points in Game 4 to put us away, as Jarris Walker might have had that layup attempt deflected by Zach Webb. On the other end, it's a block for the Aztecs, and Dennis tracks down the loose ball. Up ahead, we turn it over as Avdia cuts off the pass. Fast break. Sally takes it inside and draws the first foul of the game. That goes against Kylan Moore. He fouled out Sally with 2 minutes left to go last episode, but it was too late by then. The Nets pulled away just like back in Game 2. We're hoping for a very different outlook and results here in this one. Good cut by Cobb. The layup will go, assisted by Kylan Moore. Again, I think him against Cam Thomas will give us a better defensive and offensive matchup. We'll see if that ends up happening. First 3 for Zach Webb comes out. He's shot poorly from downtown all series long. It's kicked out. Open triple for Cobb. He starts off 1 for 1. He's got to shoot better from downtown all game long. We cannot afford those wide open misses. But he starts off hot here. He's got all 5 for the Aztecs. Here's Denny Avdia, out by Jarris Walker. Dillingham penetrates. Good kick out to Thomas, wide open from the corner, but he can't connect. He's been a very up and down player all series long. A couple of good games, a couple of really bad ones. He didn't shoot very well last episode, but they still got the win. Despite that, that's a good look for Cobb and no good. Harrison Sally out to Webb. His second try is up and in. We're tied at 5. Dennis can isolate here. The floater is good. Dennis has not really had like a massive performance yet here in the finals. In fact, last episode he did not play very well. Need him to find a better role for himself in this game. The reverse layup will go for Cam Thomas, and we're going to call timeout. Baseline drive. Back out to Cobb from the corner. That 3 rims out. We're going him early and often. Hopefully he can really start to catch fire. The screen setting up for Dillingham. Open look. He rattles that one home. We cannot let him get going here. Cobb downhill, penetrates and throws it down. putting some nice pressure on the rim. Thomas, the crossover, pulls up from the elbow, but that one dances off the rim. And Mark Williams pulls down the rebounds. Cobb looks to attack the basket. Help comes, and it kind of thwarts the shot attempts. Harrison Sally with a nice stop right there. On the other end, he cuts, scores, and is fouled. Already 2 early ones on Kylan Moore. And Sally's free throw is offline. Cobb, catch and shoot 3. That one is absolutely drilled. Good defense by Kylan Moore here on Webb. Trying to find a lane. He blows by on this time. Help gets there way too late. I spoke too soon. Dennis steps back off the window and good. Okay, he's off to a pretty solid start from the field. Thomas with it, trying to get by Cobb. Lost his dribble. Shot clock under 5 now. Dillingham working against Dennis. Contested. Just a little off the mark. Up ahead to Cobb. He's got it here in the corner. Now Dennis to Jarris Walker. Cobb the handoff. Blows by Thomas and scores again. Open 3 for Webb once again. But not really trusting him to knock those down defensively. And he's 1 for 3 from downtown so far. Screen set up for Cobb. He dumps it down low to Williams. Easy deuce right there. We lead by 5. Timeout, Brooklyn. Julian Turner now out there for the Brooklyn Nets. He comes in place of Cam Thomas, so different look for Cobb here on defense. Webb, another triple. He's now 2 for 4. Now Kylan Moore trying to respond. But again, has only shot like 14% from deep. Has taken plenty of attempts. And now Sally's open in the paint on the other end. And we have allowed a little 5-0 run to tie things up at 18 points. When you have a chance to build a very early lead, you cannot let it slip through your fingers. Dylan Young over the top. Nobody home for Brooklyn. Another easy 2 for Mark Williams. And now Cobb cuts off the pass and forces that turnover. Leads the fast break by himself and has free throws on the way. Nick Nurse not happy with that play from Brooklyn. Cobb hits the front end. A shot over 90% at the line here in the postseason. Starts off 2 for 2. Inside to Avdia, back out to Turner. Claxton the screen. Turner penetrates. Cobb right there to contest the shot, and it comes out. Rebound to Kylan Moore. Now he's got it in the high post, working it against Turner, and he's got the hoop plus the harm. A quick 2 fouls on Turner. Dennis checks out, Cam Christie checks in, and the free throw gives the Aztecs a 7-point lead here, under 4 to go in the first. Dillingham slashes inside. Really tough finish. Good pass. Open triple for Young. He shot 40% here in the finals, but misses his first shot attempt here in Game 4, or Game 5 rather. Avdia left it short amidst the trees down low. Cobb lobs it up, and there's Jarris Walker. Good pass inside. Abdul Kareem missed it. Got his own miss back. Tries again, but Jarris Walker rejects the shots. And that's why he's out there. A better matchup for him at small forward. But the open look won't go for Cobb on the fast break. Could have been a 9-point lead here. Instead, Turner penetrates, and he's blocked by Walker. And Dillingham's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Brooklyn. Turner off the screen, pulls the trigger and cashes in from deep. We gotta knock down the open looks because they're not gonna make many mistakes either. Got to take advantage of these slow offensive starts by the Nets because they don't come very often. Good pass. Kylan Moore, the lefty hook. Almost had a steal there. And help defense right there waiting for Dillingham. That's now 2 blocks for Moore. Dylan Young blocked out of bounds. He'll stay with the Aztecs. Cobb fades from the charity stripe, but it just pops off. Up ahead to Webb. He looks to drive it, crosses over, gets inside the paint, and then just backs it out, resets the offense. Here's number 1 overall pick, Kylan Johnson. Handoff from Claxton. Johnson able to draw the foul on Cobb, his first. 4th on the Aztecs. 2 of those belong to Kylan Moore, who's played most of this first quarter. And Kylan Johnson misses the front ends. Couple butterflies for the rookie here. Couple of nerves. He goes 0 for 2. I'm glad he's out there. Trust Cobb with the ball. He drives! Abdul Kareem on a poster now. And John Cobb is having quite the start here. Webb off the pick, fires a 3. That one's no good. He's already tried 5 triples here in the opening quarter of play. Young cashes in. 11-point deficit for Brooklyn. Webb fires the mid-range jump shot and knocks it down. He's been great on those kinds of looks. He's already got 10 points, shooting 4 for 7 so far tonight. We're going to have the final shot here in the first quarter. It looks like Cobb lines one up and drops it in to give us 37 here in the first quarter. Kylan Johnson from half court. No good off the rim. And that is the best start to a game all series for the Aztecs. Time to build off it. The second quarter is underway. Aztecs lead by 12 with the ball here. This quarter has to go well. Give us a big halftime lead. That's a great pass to Mark Williams. He's had a pretty easy day on offense so far. I think he's 3 for 3. They've all been wide open. Backdoor to Webb. Left it short. Good contest by Jarris Walker. He's played very well so far. Here's Christie finding some space, but his first shot, I believe, is off the mark. Open 3 in the corner. Cam Thomas drills it. Cannot leave that guy open. Mark Williams trying to get inside. Kept out by Sally and now denied. And now Webb cuts, and this time Walker's too slow to react. They've shot just shy of 60% so far. They've shot 41. They've had some really good looks on offense, just haven't really taken full advantage. Here's Dylan Young with it, guarded by Webb. Now Dennis, off the screen, has a clean look, but can't connect. Sally, fouled on the 3 by Walker. Wow. You don't see that very often, do you? It's like the first 3-shot foul here, I think, all series long in this final series. Sally hits the front end. The second free throw is also good. And he goes 3 for 3. Dennis finds space again. Top of the key. He buries it. Kicked out. Abdul Kareem lines it up, but misses the 3-point shots. Mark Williams right there for the rebound. No offensive rebounds, I believe, for Brooklyn so far. It looks like the plan, at least right now, is kind of working a little bit. Christie's open, but still can't knock it down. Sally's calling for it, working against Dylan Young. Nearly goes out of bounds. Goes up with the shots. Incredibly tough finish That was great defense, but Sally once again off to a hot start. John Cobb back on the floor for your Aztecs. He finds Kylan Moore for a quick trigger from downtown. Moore now to Stowe for two. Here's Sally from the high post. That one left a little bit short. Will we take advantage now? It's a 7-point lead. They've closed the gap little by little. Moore, third try, still can't hit. They gotta start falling, right? Sally, mismatch, 5-point game. Working against Avdia, blows by him and slips inside for the deuce. He's already got 21 points, man. Somebody else help the brother out, man. Come on. Avdia dices inside. The pull-up won't go. The putback is off as well from Sally. Cobb leads the charge and draws the first on Avdia. Right when Cobb comes back out there, immediate offense. It's amazing. The first free throw is good. We see another 40-plus point game out of him. If we are, he can hopefully play this well in the second half, unlike a couple games ago. He still won that game, but I want to see him play very well in both halves. That three's offline. Cobb pulls down the rebound. He's now taking over. He's got the rock. Blows by Avdia, but it's blocked off the backboard. Williams gets it back and misses the second chance look. Up ahead, Thomas steps back and nails the 2-point jump shot. Cobb drives again. Out to Dennis from the corner. That three just misses. Avdia, the alley-oop, out of bounds. Turnover. Mark Williams out to Cobb. Wide open. He buries it. Up to 26 points already. Keep it going, man. He's not going to sit for hardly much of this game, as Dillingham has yet to really find his offensive rhythm. And until he does, the Nets might be in some trouble. Our lead is back to 12. Screen comes up from Dillingham. Webb contested. Somehow got it to go. Timeout Aztecs. Kylan Moore comes over, sets the screen. The three from Cobb is good again. And now a bad screen off ball by Dillingham turns it over. Aztecs get it back, leading by 13 points. A screen from Young. Dennis, the mid-range jump shots. And he's played very well so far. Stepping into a three. Julian Turner off the back iron, no dice. Walker has a lane. Drives it. The reverse just dances out, but Webb is called for a foul. 2 free throws for Jarris Walker. I think he's been a pretty good piece for us here in this final series, despite some of the talk in the comment section. He's had a bad game or two, but has had a couple nice ones. Hits the free throws. We lead by 17 points. If we blow this, oh boy, we're going to have a lot of change. I promise you that. Webb, another three. Not even a hander right there from Walker, and he's already had a couple of really clean looks. Can we respond? Cobb from distance. Can't get it to go. About 4 minutes left here in the first half. They get the ball to Webb, the hot hand, and he knocks down another jump shot. He's now taking over. Cobb finds room again, but can't connect. Abdul Kareem the rebounds. Webb to Sally. Over Kylan Moore. The foul is called, his third. So back at the line as Harrison Sally had that 3-point play back in the first quarter, but now misses the front end. He's got 13 points, 5 rebounds. Make it 14 points. Off-ball screen set for Walker. He's been one of our better three-point snipers this series. He knocks down that one. Behind the arc. And bullseye again from Zach Webb. I mean, at some point he was going to start knocking those down, but in this game, I think it's the right time for Brooklyn at least. Trailing by this much. And that turnover becomes a quick 2 for Turner. They've cut our lead back to single digits. A little 11-3 run the last 2 minutes and change. Good penetration. Kylan Moore goes up strong and finishes even stronger. 63-52. And now a quick bucket up ahead for Sally. Out to Cobb, a foot inside the arc. That shot's no good. Last 3 jumpers off the mark for Cobb. Turner, the triple. That one is offline. Cobb, another jumper. And he's lost his offensive rhythm now. He's already taken 20 shots. He's knocked down half of them. 29 points here in the first half. Webb trying to match him. Hasn't quite gotten that many points. That one's no good. Moore has a mismatch here and instead has it stripped away. Gotta get a stop here on the fast break. Webb over Walker, got it to go. And they've closed our lead down to 7. Cobb looks to isolate. Working against Julian Turner. Shrugs him off and scores this time to break the cold spell. Sally the screen. Webb behind the arc. Can't knock it down. Sally the offensive rebound. But they can't take advantage. Lucky for us. They haven't had too many rebounds offensively this game. They have yet to capitalize on the few ones they have had. Now we're going to save for the final shot here in the first half. Would love to get our lead back over double digits. Here's Moore inside. He draws the foul on Sally, just his first. But it will put us back at the line for a pair. The first of which is up and good. We're having a pretty good offensive day so far. Can this continue in the second half? I really, really hope so. And we will go to halftime, leading 67-56. But a lot of basketball left to play. The third quarter is underway. 31 points there in the first half for Cobb. 24 for Zach Webb to nearly match it. Cobb starts off hot. We need this guy to play like he did last half, but this half as well. Could we be seeing a 50 bomb from John Cobb now after Dillingham's big game back in Game 4? Webb responds in kind. It is a back and forth affair between these two. Wow, that is a deep try, and Dennis can't knock it down. Probably an ill-advised look, I think. Not really too high a percentage there. We gotta play some better defense at Webb, man. He's been left open far too much. Dillingham has been quiet, thankfully. Cross-court pass, and Walker gets the lob back. What a play between him and the blueprints. Over the top pass, Sally. Too strong, ball tipped up, and Walker comes down with it. The rebounding has been way better for us. Kylan Moore dribbles out of bounds. That's takeover. Off-ball screen setting up for Webb. His triple offline. Uptick Moore. Fast break. The bucket will go. Our lead extends to 15. Dillingham the pick. Deep shot for Webb. Now 1 for 3 here in the quarter. Moore drives and draws the second foul on Webb. I've liked the aggressiveness from Moore here in this second half. Front end up and good. He's been really good from the charity stripe all series long. And the free throws are both on the money. Thomas passes out of a shot, nearly turns it over. Great hands by both Cobb and Walker. But it's tipped out of bounds, and they gave the Nets pretty much a new possession because I guess we had it for a moment there and then gave it right back. Sally behind Williams, got loose. Walker looks to drive, the bucket will go! Incredible strength by Jarris Walker. And he gets the crowd back on their feet. The free throw to cap off the three-point play is up. And it's good. Our lead is up to 18 points. And off to Dillingham. His shot is denied by Mark Williams. On the other end, Cobb attacks and draws the third foul on Denny Avdia. Dillingham just 2 for 10 here in this game. We've had some great help defense to protect the paint here in this one. And Cobb continues his offensive onslaught. Quick three for Webb. Knocked down his first shot here in the half, but has yet to hit since then. Dennis with it, waiting for a screen. Has some room, and he's been really good on his jump shots here in this game. He's got 11. Picking his spots carefully. Dumped inside, and Mark Williams cuts off the pass. Fast break. Kylan Moore. What happened right there? One of the weirdest shots you'll ever see. And Brooklyn gets it back, trailing by 22 points. Our largest lead of the night. Here's Thomas with the jump shot. Couple of plays off ball, setting up for a Cobb three, but he can't connect. And Sally pulls it down. Webb attacks the basket, misses the pull-up. He and Cobb both have been, relatively cold here in this third quarter. But Dennis has not. Screen comes up. Webb just fires it, trying to force the issue now, it seems. And right now, his shot is not falling like games 1 through 4 pretty much. Let's keep that going. Here's Cobb trying to get back on the board. And he's a bucket shy of 40. And Mark Williams once again gets the steal. He's been great so far. We've got a 26-point lead. Cobb can't make it 29. That would have taken the roof off this place. Webb crosses over and hits the runner. Cobb blows by Thomas. He's got 41. Keep up the pressure, young fella. Good pass by Dillingham. He finds Claxton on that pick and roll. We're going to call a timeout, but we are in full control right now. He played good offense. He played good offense and good defense. Let's just keep it going here. Cam Christie, Dylan Young, and off our bench. And they keep up the offensive prowess. We turn the ball over. Nice play by Julian Turner. Nearly turns it over. The Nets will keep possession. Gillingham's only got like 4 points this game. He's been held in check. Avdia down low. Contested. Too strong. Good pass by Cobb. Moore. Back out. Young's wide open. Offensive rebound. Second chance. Three. Cobb does it again. Dillingham drives, passes out, and turns it over off the hands of Turner. 3-on-4, Young! Air Mexico! A 29-point lead for your Aztecs. We are making an absolute statement right now at home. The perfect performance. One that we desperately needed from this squad. The three won't go for Dillingham, man. He is just having one of the worst games of his life here in the postseason. Walker off the window, too strong. Avdia pulls it down. Dillingham steps into a triple. That one's going to drop in. Still a long way to go for this Brooklyn team. Backdoor cut. Young throws it down again. And now Avdia gets backdoor. Quick response by Brooklyn. Cobb open look again. That one in and out. But Keegan, it looks like that they will start to fall as they have all night long. That's a tough shot. Dillingham just cannot get multiple shots to drop in a row. And now Walker just out of bounds off that momentum. Webb attacks the basket, nearly got the and one. Now that's 4 on Kylan Moore. We'll see how much longer Brooklyn can allow themselves to be down by like 20 plus points. They're running out of time to make a epic comeback here. If we win this game, we will have a lot of momentum heading into the road game in Brooklyn for Game 6, which could be another pivotal moment in this series. Moore attacks and draws the third on Webb. They're going back and forth now. And these free throws could give us triple digits before the fourth quarter. The front end is up and good. Moore is yet to miss at the charity stripe in this one. On this pair, he goes 2 for 2. Dillingham putting some pressure on the rim now. That shot's going to go. We lob it up right through the traffic. And Dennis throws it down. The assist from Cam Christie. The Aztecs offense is putting their best game together right now as a team all series long. Dillingham starting to put the offensive pieces together here, but is it too late for Brooklyn? Good pass, open shot. Christie rattles that one home. Couple of dribble moves here. Stepping back, now going right to the rack. Zach Webb, a beautiful play. He's got 33. Off-ball screen setting up. Dylan Young spins. Back out. Open 3 for Kylan Moore. Doesn't go. Mark Williams pulls it down. The offense can reset. Same spot for Moore. Has yet to hit a triple, but he has taken less than he has in the first couple games, but luckily have not really needed him to knock those down, at least so far. Final play in the quarter for the Nets, and Webb misses the pull-up. It's 105-81. 12 minutes left. It's looking very promising here at home. The fourth quarter is underway. There is quite the uphill climb for Brooklyn here in this game, but still an uphill climb for us in the series. Can we play like this for the rest of it? Screen comes up. Cobb kind of waves it off. Blows by Turner and is fouled hard. Only a shooting foul, but he pretty much just got tackled right there by Julian Turner. I want to see Cobb's point total here. He's got to be very close to 50 already here to open the fourth. And he'll be out there for the rest of the game, regardless of our lead. Thomas, baseline, draws the foul. Number 2 on Cobb. Free throws on the way. Front end for Thomas, something good. But I gotta say, with our year on the line officially for the first time all season long, we have come out and played one of our best playoff games to date. Simply put, we have played so well on both ends, especially offensively. Cobb has played his best playoff game, I think, this season. And Jarris Walker has played a big role as well, 14 points. Dennis has shot the ball very well. Kylan Moore's played some good defense, and Some nice offensive plays too. Nobody has been bad for us. That's gonna go though for Abdul Kareem. Tough bucket. Christie, quick shot, a foot inside the arc, no good. Rebound goes to Cam Thomas. Avdia lobs it up right over Kylan Moore. Sally closes the lead back to 20. Cobb blows by Thomas and is hacked again. These fouls are looking really physical, man. Once again, Cobb gets tackled. Front ends. Good. I want to say Cobb is one bucket away from 50 again, like he was a few games ago. Backdoor cut. Abdul Kareem. Too strong. Juris Walker with that shot contest, again showing off his defensive prowess. And Cobb does have 48s. He shot 15 for 28 from the field and 8 for 16 from downtown. Easily his best shooting performance in this finals matchup. And now Sally turns it over. Kylan Moore picks his pockets. Kylan Moore to Walker. Back to Cobb. Screen comes over. Cobb. Back to Moore. Open shots. No good. Slashing inside over Cobb. The jumper won't go for Cam Thomas. Dylan Young pulls it down. Finds Christie. Thought twice about the up and under. Goes to Cobb. He's got a lane and throws it down. That gives him 50. Thomas, the open look. Can't silence this Aztecs crowd. Cobb open. That one's gonna go. He keeps pouring it on. Save some points for next game, please, sir. Back out, Abdul Kareem. The trifecta in response. But a 26-point deficit. Brooklyn is most certainly out of time. You would have to imagine, right? Cobb open again. That one comes out. I think I'll just grab the highlights, the rest of the game. There's one for Thomas from downtown. Cobb blows by Avdia. Scores plus the foul. That's going to be his fourth. I think Cobb wants to get 60 points here. That would be absolutely insane if he were to do that. Especially if he were to lead a series comeback. But can he do it? Still, 2 more games left to play and potentially only one if we, obviously lose next game. But this one is definitely going to be all wrapped up by now. Now Mark Williams drives. That shot is blocked off the backboard by Sally. On the other end, Thomas got it to go off the window. Young attacks. That shot's blocked. Cobb scrambles for it. And Avdia steals it away. Just our 8th turnover here in this game. Definitely, I think, our lowest total at this stage in any game. We've been pretty careless for most of these games in this series, at least. But that shot won't go for Sally. Up to Cobb. Quick trigger. That one drops in. I want to say he's a point away from 60 now. Good pass to Avdia, who's fouled on the dunk by Cobb. Under 6 to play here in the 4th. It's just about what the final margin of victory is going to be now for us, because they definitely don't have enough time to come back unless we have like our worst stretch of offense and our worst bout of defense in the entire YouTube series. That would be quite the collapse. Dennis back to Walker, open 3. That one comes out. Thomas with the blow-by, he scores, and once again the gap is closed to 20. Now it's all about, can Cobb get the elusive 60-point game here in the NBA Finals? We're trying to get him the ball here. He's got Avdia guarding him right now. He blows by him and is going to have free throws. They can't contain this guy. Avdia's got 5. The front end is up and good. And I'm pretty sure that is 60 points. The back end, 61. Drives, throws it down. Avdia on a poster again. And Cobb just keeps adding to his total. He's broken our new record, or has really made a new record for himself for most points in a playoff game by an Aztec in either the regular season or the playoffs. I mean, both. I think this is his highest total and our highest by a player in anybody's career to this point. This might be the record for most points in a finals game by an NBA player in their history. I'll have to check that afterwards, but this is an historic performance out of our star player. Cobb cuts, has a wide open look, 65. Timeout, Brooklyn. Listen to this. John Cobb just broke the record right there. That was it. They just announced that in the arena. That is so cool. It was on the Jumbotron thing. That is so cool, man. Hopefully it's not going to be in vain here in this total final series. Time is going to officially run out for Brooklyn here in Game 5. Our title hopes are still alive. We rode the hot hand of John Cobb all the way to the victory. Both games where he has put us on his back, we have won. But it takes a lot to lead this team to the promised land. Can John Cobb keep this up? He just made NBA history. We may have been outscored in the fourth quarter once again by the Nets, but John Cobb just broke Michael Jordan's playoff record for total points in one game, and it came here in the finals. He drops a whopping 65 points, 7 boards, 6 assists, shoots 21 for 38, 10 for 20 from downtown, and a perfect 13 for 13 at the charity stripe. And he backpacks us all the way to a massive victory to keep our title hopes alive. We cannot count on this for Game 6 and potentially 7 if that game ends up happening. But man, we have to enjoy this while it will last. 33 for Webb, 29 for Sally. Their bigs played very well. Cam Thomas did end up shooting pretty well, but had most of his points come when they were already down by a lot. Dillingham really struggled this game. We had way better paint defense, at least I thought, but they had a couple of nice buckets in that second half. But man, we just witnessed all-time NBA history in this episode, and we are not done yet. We shot 40% from downtown, perfect at the line as a team, and we shot 7% better than they did from the fields. We had more paint points. We had about the same second chance and bench points, same assist numbers. We rebounded better than them. We still allowed 11 offensive rebounds, but a lot of those came later in the game. We turned the ball over less than our last couple of outings. We had more blocks than them. We had less fouls than them. And we were in control pretty much since halfway through the first quarter. We never looked back. A dominant game. And we gotta follow this up with hopefully a similar performance in Game 6 to force a home Game 7, which could end up being more NBA history. But regardless, what a game that was. I will try and get Game 6 up as soon as possible, and I will see y'all there. History has been made, and let's look to make some more of these next 2 games, if we can even get to Game 7. I will see y'all there. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below. We're going to keep this lineup the exact same and see if we can keep this going. I'll see y'all there. Take care and have a great day.